All right, I'm gonna start going over this section very quickly. The first three problems, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. So I'm just gonna do the odd numbers, starting from number 5. So find the measure of um, each arc in circle B, and number 5, I'm doing the odd numbers. So HI is what I'm trying to find, which is right here. I already know from here to here is 151. And I know this is my diameter. So diameter always cuts the circle in half. So whatever left over would be 180 minus 151, which is 29. That is HI. So 29 is what I'm going to pick. The next one is number 7. So the question is GJI. G starts from here, so let me use a different color. G, J, and I all the way here. So I know from here to here is 90, and from J to I is 151. So all you have to do is 90 plus 151, and that would give you the answer. For number 9, it's talking about G, JH. G to J is 90. From J to H is the half a circle. So it's 180 plus 90, which gives you 27, right? For number 11, the question is find the circumference of each circle. So C is 2 pi r, for C is pi d. D represent the diameter. In this case, 11 is given, the whole thing is given to be the diameter. So it's going to be, C would be 22 pi. And since the question is asking you to leave your answers in terms of pi, that's what you guys have to do. Just leave it in terms of pi. Then you do, of course, 10 and 12. So 13 and 15 is what I have to do here. It says find the length of each darkened arc. So this is the arc we're looking for. And leave the answers in terms of pi. So there are different methods we can do it. I'm sure those of you who are in class, you should be able to figure it out. But to stay consistent with what we've been doing with the notes, I will use the formula method. So every time I'm looking for arc length, so I'll just write the formula right here so that I have more space. So I'm looking for this arc length. So arc length over the circumference of the circle, so I'll just leave it as C, equals the degree measure. The degree measure over 360 is what I have to do. So that's the formula we use, or just find the circumference of the circle and multiply it by the ratio. So arc length is what I'm looking for, so that's your x. Circumference of the circle, this is the radius, so I'll use 2 pi times 9, which is the radius, equals the degree measure is given to be 120. The whole circle is 360, so you put it like 360 degrees. So, and then all you have to do is cross multiply. So you do 360x equals, when you multiply this out, just multiply the 2 times 9 is 18. So I'll just multiply 18 times 120, and I'll just leave the pi as it is. And when you multiply 18 times 120, whatever answer you get divided by 360, at the end you'll get 6 pi. X would be 6 pi as the answer. So we know the whole area is 18 pi, the whole circumference is 18 pi, but this portion is 6 pi. And for number 15, you do the same way, but in this case, this is the darkened area. I think in the class I did the 45 degree, but when I look at the problem, this is the side, the arc length they're looking for. So you have to do 360 minus 45 to find the degree measure, which gives you 315, I think. Yeah, 315. So what I will do is x over circumference of the circle is 2 pi times 20 equals 315 divided by 360. And you cross multiply, I think x would give you 35 pi is what the answer would be. Okay. Then I'll go down, trying to do number 17. The question is find each indicated measure. So I just need to find the degree measure of that. 17 is EAB, EAB. So I have to go the other way. EAB is what I have to do. I know this is 40 degree, which makes this equals to 40. Um, so, and this is the diameter of the circle. So the whole thing should have been 180. So I'll just have to do 180 minus 40, which gives you 140, right? So that's what it's going to be. When it comes to number 19, you can, it's a linear pair here, or this is half a circle. So all you have to do is 2a plus 24 plus a equals to 180 degree. And then combine the a's, 3a plus 24 equals to 180. Then of course you know how to solve for a, and that's what you have to do. All right, next page. Oh, sorry, I think I pressed it too much. 21 to 24. I'll come back to that one after I went over 25 and 27, because the question in the number 21 is asking you to find this shaded region, okay? But I need to know how to find a sector area before I can do that. So I'll come back to it after I went over 25 and 27. All right, for 25 to 30, we are going to use the area. So I'm trying to find the area of the shaded region. So there's two different ways you can do it. What you can do is you can find the area of the circle, which is area is pi radius squared. So in this case, my radius is 4. So area is 4 squared is 16 pi is the whole area. But I'm only looking for when it is a 90-degree angle. This is a 90-degree angle. So I can take 16 pi times it by 90 over 360. The same thing on the first page, you guys can do the circumference times the ratio of the angle. And when you multiply, you should get, so this is 16 pi, this is 1/4, right? 1/4, so 16 by 4, so it ended up being 4 pi. That's one way of doing it. If you are going to use the formula that we did earlier, the formula for this one would be area of the sector, so I'll just put A over area of the whole circle, which is pi radius squared, equals the degree measure. So degree measure over 360 is what we have. So area of the sector, here's what I'm looking for, that's your x. Area of the circle is 16 pi, equals, the degree is 90 over 360. And you can cross multiply and find it. So pick whichever method is easiest for you. When you get into number 27, this is the shaded region I'm trying to find. So I need to know the degree measure. This is 72, so this has to be 108 because it's subtracted from 180. So I will do, okay, I'm trying to find the shaded region. I know the whole area is pi radius squared, so radius is from here to here, which is 5 squared. Pi equals to, the degree is 108 divided by 360. So this would give you x over 25 pi equals 108 divided by 360. Say cross multiply, and again it says leave the answers in terms of pi. So when you multiply, don't multiply the pi. So just do 25 times 108. So let me open up my calculator so that I can show to you how to do it in here, just to make sure you guys know what to do with the calculators. Okay, it's coming. Sorry, I should have opened it before I start teaching. But all you have to do is 25 times 108. Then whatever answer you get, you put underneath it, you put 360 degree. And that would give you the answer. So I'll put So I'll put, what is it, 25 times 360? No, 108, I'm sorry. 8. That would give you 2700. So divide that by 360. And it will give you 7.5. So the answer would be 7.5 pi. So this would be 7.5. So x would be 7.5 pi. So this would be your answer. Alright, as we go down, 29, right? The next one we're going to do is 29. Again, 29, you're looking for this shaded region. So this is given to be 60, so this has to be 120. So, and the radius is 5. So I'm looking for x over 2 pi radius squared. Radius is 5, so which gives you 25 pi. The degree is 120 over 360 degree. And all you have to do is do the same thing as you did with number 27. For number 31, it's the same thing. The only thing is they did not give you the circle. So the arc length is given to be 30. The radius is 3. And the question is, find the area of the sector. So if I'm trying to find the area of the sector, I'll do, that's my x, and pi radius squared. So 9 pi is going to be my area of the whole circle. The degree is 30. And I'm going to do 360 degree. And you just cross multiply. To do number 33, the only thing you need to be careful here is the diameter, which the radius is going to be 5. So always remember, don't always take what they gave you. The same thing here. Make sure you take the radius. So put x over pi radius squared. So radius is 25. So 25 pi equals 180 divided by 360. So cross multiply. Since this is half, I know the answer would be half of 25 pi. So just take half of 25 pi, which is what, 12.5 pi is going to be the answer. And this is also, the question is also asking you to leave the answers in terms of pi. All right, when we get to number, so we're going back to 21. So it's kind of the main question when you see a problem like this, it would ask you what is the area of the shaded region, but I gave you steps how to find it. So the first one is find the area of circle P. So circle P has an area equals to pi radius squared. Radius is going to be 0.5. Okay, so it's going to be 0.5 squared. So area is, and leave the answers in terms of P, would be 0.25 pi would be the area of the whole circle. Then the next one is to find the area of the triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. And the base is half and the height is half. So area of the triangle is 1/2 times 0.5 times 0.5. So this would give you 0.125. So that's going to be the area of the triangle. And thirdly, then number 23rd is asking you what is the sector? What is the whole shaded? If this was all shaded, what would be that answer is what you have to do for it. So what we have to do, what we did at the bottom. So I'm looking for that area. I know the whole area is 0.25 pi equals to, the degree is 90 degree over 360 degree. So I'm looking for this x. And when you take this, multiply it. So I'm only going to multiply the 25 by, so put my answers down. So I'm going to, so let's put a larger, so clear it out so that you don't have to see the others. So I'm going to multiply 0.25 times it by 90 degree. So then I'm going to divide this by 360. 360. And 0.0625 is going to be the answer for the shaded region. So x here is 0.0625 pi. So I need to know that what is the shaded segment. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out. What is 0.625 times pi? So I'm going to multiply it by pi. So I will choose to multiply by pi. That is right here. So you just all you have to do second and put this, and it just give you pi. If you put 3.14, that's also fine. But just to be accurate, that's going to be it. So it's going to be 0.196. So if you rounded it to the, so the answer would be 0.19. How was it? 0.196, right? 6 is what's going to be the answer of the shaded region. This red portion, the area would be this. But the question is, what is the shaded region? So if I erase this, so if I'm only looking for this piece here, I'm going to do the whole thing minus the triangle. So the whole thing is this, and the triangle is this. So we're just going to do 0.196 minus 0.125. That would give you the green area. So this would be minus 0.125 is what I have to do. Enter. It gives you 0. I didn't even look at the number. I thought it was going to be right there. 0.07713. So that would be your final answer. So sometimes you have to do 3-4 steps to get to the right answer. But as long as you get to the right answer at the end and you know what you're doing, that should help you to solve for the problem. So I expect this worksheet to be completely done by next class. All right? Let me know if you have a question, text me or email me.